You feel that, don't you? The silence. That deep, hollow quiet where a voice you long for used to be. It's more than just an absence of sound, it's an absence of connection. It's like there's static on a line that once brought you comfort and a sense of being known. It can feel like you've been left behind in your grief, disconnected and totally alone. The songs of hope might even sting a little, and seeing others deep in their faith can feel like a painful reminder of what you've lost. Maybe you still show up, you still go through the motions, you still believe somewhere deep down, but something just feels wrong, disoriented. This isn't about a lack of belief, it's about feeling lost within it. This is for you. If you're wrestling with this profound quiet, if your heart aches with unspoken sorrow, if you feel abandoned, then listen. This is a letter from the heart of God, for when you're struggling with His silence. It's an invitation to draw near, not in the way you used to, but in a new, deeper way. This is for the heart that's crying out, even when no words will come. My beloved, I see you. I see you in the quiet of your heart, where words have given up, and tears are just waiting to fall. I see you sitting with the weight of prayers you feel have gone unanswered. I see the brave face you put on for the world, a careful mask that hides how barren and lonely your inner world feels right now. You look around, and it seems like there's no one to help, no one to protect you, no one who truly cares. You're not imagining this. That feeling of being forgotten is real, and it is sharp. I don't dismiss your pain or wave it away as a simple test. I honor the space you're in. I'm sitting with you in it. Your grief isn't an inconvenience to me. It's a sacred story I'm reading with a tender heart. I see the subtle slump in your shoulders, the way your breath catches when you remember a more vibrant faith, only to be drowned out by the quiet. I see the questions that haunt you in the middle of the night. Where are you? Did you abandon me? Did I do something wrong? Why does it feel like you've looked away when I need you most? Let's talk about this silence. It isn't a peaceful quiet, is it? It's a deafening roar. It's the sound of a door that feels firmly shut, a gap that feels impossible to cross. The silence has a weight, a pressure that makes it hard to breathe, hard to hope, hard to even remember the sun. It's a heavy blanket smothering the little embers of hope you've been trying so hard to protect. You've been told that faith is the evidence of things not seen, but right now, all you see is the void. All you feel is the absence. The quiet hasn't been a space for peace. It has become your accuser. And in this silence, a profound grief has taken root. Let's just name it. You are grieving. You're mourning the loss of a connection that once felt as vital as air. You're grieving the loss of emotional highs that once confirmed your path. You're grieving the loss of certainty, that simple, beautiful trust that you were heard and held. This grief is as real as losing a loved one, because in many ways you feel you've lost the one you love most. This grief is not a sign of your failure. It's proof of your love. We grieve deeply because we love deeply. You're hurting this much because your connection to me mattered that much. Don't let anyone, especially not the whispers in your own mind, tell you that your grief is a lack of faith. Your tears aren't a rebellion. They are a testament to your love. And in this silence, this grief, certain lies have started to sprout like weeds. They're subtle at first, but they grow stronger in the quiet. The first lie is that you're disconnected, that the tether has been cut, and you're adrift in a cold, empty universe. The second lie is that your faith is unreliable or broken. It points to your fluctuating feelings, and your inability to feel me is proof that your spiritual life is a failure. It says that if the emotions are gone, your faith must be a fraud. The third, and maybe the cruelest lie, is that you are too much, that your grief is too heavy, your questions too demanding, and your sorrow too vast. It suggests you've become a burden, and this silence is me pushing you away. And the deepest lie of all is that this silence is a punishment, that you failed, and I've withdrawn my presence as a result. You search your life, looking for the one mistake that must be blocking you from hearing my voice. This lie turns your pain into shame. I am here to tell you, my child, that these are all lies. They are born of pain and fear, and they thrive in the quiet, but they are not the truth. I have not turned my face from you. I have not abandoned you, and your pain is not a punishment. Let this letter be the truth that rises to meet them. I want you to hear this. Let it sink past the noise of your fear and into your very bones. This silence is not a punishment. It's not a sign of my displeasure. This isn't a door closing, but a different one opening. You have not been rejected. You have not been cast out. Your pain has not pushed me away. This silence, which feels like an enemy, is actually a sacred space. It's holy ground. Think of it not as an empty void, but as a fallow field. A farmer doesn't curse the field when it lies empty and quiet through the winter. He understands this is a season of rest, a time for the soil to recover and prepare for the explosive life of spring. The silence you're in isn't the end of growth. It's what's needed for a new, deeper kind of growth. You are not being forgotten. You are being formed. Or think of a great tree in the dead of winter. It looks lifeless. No leaves, no blossoms, no fruit. But beneath the surface, hidden from the world, the most important work is happening. The roots are pushing deeper, securing an anchor for the storms to come. This season is where your unseen roots learn to draw from a deeper well, one that doesn't depend on emotion. The teacher may be quiet during an exam, but that doesn't mean they've left the room. It means it's time for you to apply what you've learned. This sacred space is also an invitation to unravel the lie that you are too much. In the noise of a faith built on feelings, it's easy to think you have to perform, be joyful, be strong, be inspiring. But here in the quiet, all performance stops. Here you can bring your whole self. Bring your grief, your anger, your messiness. I'm not threatened by it. In fact, I draw closest when the dirt of life has caked your knees and all you have left is a groan. Your pain, your sorrow, your questions, they are an offering, not a burden. In this silent sanctuary, you are not too much. You are simply and completely held. And here, we will dismantle the lie that your faith is unreliable. Your faith has never been your feelings. Feelings are like the weather, they change. They are beautiful and I often speak through them, but they aren't the foundation. A faith built only on emotional highs is a house built on sand. This season of silence is my loving invitation to move your house. It's a chance to build on me, not just the gifts I give. The silence forces you to find a foundation made of rock. The rock of my promises. The rock of my character. The rock of truth that stands firm, even when your feelings are in chaos. The truth is, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Nothing can separate you from my love. This is the constant beneath the ups and downs of your heart. Feeling distant from me does not mean you are distant from me. This season feels like a loss, but it is actually a deepening. You are being trained to love me for who I am, not for what I do. This is the move from enthusiasm to endurance, from a faith of spectacle to a faith of substance. This spiritual dryness purifies your motives. It asks the hard question, do you love me, or do you just love how I make you feel? When the comfort disappears, the heart is exposed. And in that vulnerable place, the highest form of worship can be born. The worship that loves me for my own sake. So you see, this is not an abandonment. It is a profound act of trust in you. I am trusting you with this quiet. I am trusting that you can learn to find me here, in a way you never could in the noise. This isn't a detour on your journey. It is discipleship of the deepest kind. Now lean in. In the sanctuary of this silence, I have messages for you. They aren't loud commands, but gentle whispers of hope to anchor you. You have been striving for so long, striving to feel me, to hear me, to fix this feeling of disconnection. You've been running, praying harder, reading more, trying everything to force the heavens to open again. I see how exhausted you are, and my first message to you is this: stop. Rest. Rest here. Lay down the heavy burden of trying to make this right. You are not failing. You are being led into a deeper rest. Surrender. Not in defeat, but in trust. Let go of your need to control this, to manage your spiritual state. Your performance is not required here. Your worthiness isn't measured by your spiritual productivity. True healing comes when you allow yourself to simply be. Be still. Be present with your honest emotions. Breathe. Let your shoulders drop. Let your hands unclench. Let your frantic, searching heart finally be at peace. You don't need to earn my presence. You are already worthy. You are already loved. You are already mine. This is a season to embrace non-performance. The prayer offered from a place of emptiness, a prayer that is simply a choice to show up, is incredibly precious to me. So rest from the need to feel. Rest from the need to understand. Just rest here and allow yourself to be held. You've been looking for me in the wind, the earthquake and the fire, the grand displays and powerful emotions. But in this season, I'm inviting you to find me in a new place, in the still small voice. More than that, I'm inviting you to find me in the stillness itself. I'm not absent from the silence. I am the silence. I am the stillness enveloping your grief, closer than your own breath. I am the quiet space between your worried thoughts. I am the deep, peaceful current that flows beneath the turbulent surface of your emotions. When you feel nothing, I am that nothing. It's not a void, it's a fullness you haven't learned to perceive yet. Think of a mother holding a distressed child. She doesn't shout. She holds the child close, her steady, silent presence a balm to their spirit. Her quiet is the most profound form of love. My quiet is the same. I am holding you. My silence isn't my absence. It is the very fabric of my intimate presence. You've been trained to listen for a voice that speaks in words. Now I'm teaching you to listen with your whole being. To find me here, you have to stop trying to fill the quiet. Don't rush to turn on music or distract yourself. Instead, lean into the silence. Sit in it for a few moments each day. Breathe it in, and in that stillness, simply whisper, "You are here." You may not feel a rush of emotion, but you will be practicing the art of recognizing my presence in its most subtle, most constant form. This season feels like it will last forever, but I promise you it won't. This is a season, and like all seasons, it will change. But the work being done here is too important to rush. This is a time of slow restoration, deep healing, and the forging of a faith that cannot be shaken. You have to trust the process. Trust the slow unfolding, like the dawn that breaks gently after the longest night. You are learning to walk by faith, not by sight or by feeling. A tree doesn't grow taller in the storm. It grows stronger underground. This is your time to grow stronger underground. Faith without feelings is often the purest form of trust. In this quiet place, you are being invited to grieve freely. Let the tears come. Acknowledge the pain. Don't try to be strong or pretend you're okay when you're not. Remember, Jesus wept. He knew a miracle was coming, yet he first made space for grief. He weeps with you. Grieving isn't a sign of weakness. It's a vital part of your healing. It is in the tilling of the soil of your sorrow that new life will eventually grow. Your story doesn't end here. This chapter may be painful, but it is only one chapter. I am working all things together for your good, even this silence, even this struggle. The dryness won't last, but the strength it produces will. When you prove faithful in the dry places, I can trust you with the rain. If the old ways of listening aren't working anymore, it's because I'm inviting you to develop new senses. You've been listening with your ears, waiting for a word. Now, listen with your eyes, your hands, and your heart. Listen in the scripture, but not with a frantic search for an answer. Read it slowly. Let the words wash over you without expectation. Sometimes, my voice isn't in the verse that jumps out, but in the peace that settles in your heart after you've put the book down. Listen in nature. See my faithfulness in the sunrise that returns each morning. See my strength in the mountain that stands unmoved by storms. Feel my gentle care in the warmth of the sun on your skin. Listen in the kindness of others. When a friend calls at just the right moment or a stranger offers a smile, that is my hand reaching out to you. I often speak through the people I have placed in your life. Receive these moments as my love made tangible. Listen to your own life. Look back at your journey. Remember the times I was faithful in the past. Your own story is a testimony to my enduring presence. Often things only make sense when we look back. This season is teaching you to find me in the subtle, the ordinary, and the quiet. It's an invitation to a more mature faith that can survive the wilderness, because it has learned to drink from a hidden spring. My beloved, this silence is not your final destination. It is a passage, a sacred, transformative wilderness, and you are not walking it alone. Even when you cannot feel me, I am with you. My promise remains, I am with you always. This isn't a sign of rejection. It's a season of profound growth. You will not always feel this broken. The ache will not always be this sharp. Walk this season with me. Don't run from the quiet. Let's inhabit it together. Don't despise the grief. Let's hold it together. My hand is in yours. The shift is coming. Your help is on the way. The same God who brought you through the last storm is already waiting on the other side of this one. Trust the slow unfolding. The dawn is coming. To receive this message in your heart, to affirm that you're willing to listen in the quiet, take a step of faith. In the comments below, write, "I am listening in the silence." Let it be a declaration not of what you feel, but of what you choose. A choice to trust that you are being held, even now. And if this letter has spoken to you, perhaps you know someone else sitting in a similar silence. Please share this with them, not as a quick fix, but as a hand reaching out in the quiet, a whisper that says, "You are not forgotten." Let me pray for you. Father, I hold up my precious child to you, the one walking through this valley of silence. Their heart is aching, and their spirit is so tired. They feel disconnected, forgotten, and alone. First, thank you for their pain, not because pain is good, but because their pain is a testament to how much they love you. Thank you for a heart that longs for you so deeply that your perceived absence causes this much sorrow. I ask that you would pour out a peace that surpasses all understanding. Let it guard their heart and mind, quiet the frantic striving and the lie that they've been abandoned. Replace those fears with the unshakable truth of your constant abiding presence. Lord, help them to rest. Give them permission to stop trying to fix this and to simply be held by you. Let them feel the safety of your embrace even without an emotional sign. Help them to trust the work you're doing in the hidden places, the deepening of their roots and the strengthening of their faith. Open their spiritual eyes and ears to perceive you in new ways, in the quiet moments, in nature, in the kindness of a friend, in your promises. Reframe this silence, not as an absence, but as a sacred space where a new, more resilient faith is being forged. Hold them close in their grief. Catch every tear. Let them know that you weep with them. And in your perfect time, lead them gently out of this winter season and into the new life you have for them. Walk with them every step of the way until the dawn breaks and they can see the beautiful work you have been doing in the dark. Amen.